So we're gonna introduce this beautiful wedding party. We are gonna call on Kayla to stand. This is the lovely Kayla. Ariel and Kayla, met their boyfriends, Braaden and Shane. As fate would have it, they both ended up getting engaged, these boys, and planning their weddings for 2019. Kayla and Ariel hit it off immediately and quickly became besties, bonding over their sweet dance moves. Maybe we'll see that later, girls, or wine, and Thunderstruck. In fact, it may have been a few too many rounds of Thunderstruck, or maybe just a few too many drinks golfing, that led Kayla and Ariel to steal a golf cart at Emma Lake to go for a scenic drive around the course. Kayla works as a registered nurse and is marrying her fiancé, Shane, this coming June. Leah, you better stand up so we all know who we're talking about. Leah and Ariel were friends in elementary school. Leah and Ariel went to different high schools, so naturally they grew apart. Thank God for Michael Kors as he brought the two back together when they both started working there in 2015. From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on Thursdays, you wouldn't be able to get a word in between the two of them and their Starbucks. When the two go out on the town, Ariel can always count on Leah to double up as a bodyguard. Hope we don't see that tonight. And throw some elbow up if need be. Leah is currently completing her psychiatric nursing diploma. Madison, are you there too? Yeah. There you are. Maddie and Ariel are often mistaken for cousins, although really, she could be Ariel and Joelle's third sister. Dan, I think two's enough, don't you? Ariel remembers having Maddie in her life as far back as she can remember, playing Canadian Idol and creating dance move to medleys to Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers in the basement. Not long after, Ariel, Joelle, and Maddie were getting slizzard behind the Cote's shed, doing shots of sourpuss. We have plenty, girls, tonight, just so you know. Perfect. Maddie is currently completing her early childhood education diploma to become a preschool teacher. She is here with her boyfriend tonight, Ryan, who is probably already on the dance floor. Where are you, Ryan? Show us a jig, buddy. Oh, Joelle, where do we start, honey? The beautiful Joelle is Ariel's maid of honor, also her best friend and her sidekick. Ariel describes Joelle as the most kind and generous soul. She puts everyone before herself, and although she is Ariel's little sister, Ariel looks up to her in so many ways. Joelle is also a very impressive rapper. Do you want us to get the ski shot out for you? You can show us a couple moves there for Joelle? No, eh?
Maybe a little later.
All right, perfect. And I'm sure she learned that skill from her big sister. Ariel, later you can do that too, or?
Yep.
Joelle has been working as a makeup artist and manager of MAC Cosmetics for 5 years now. She has made Ariel so proud with all of her accomplishments in her career. The coolest in Ariel's opinion was doing makeup for the Canadian Country Music Awards 2 years ago. And now Bernie gets them handsome boys on the end.
Okay, first of all, we have Shane. AKA Sheen, as nicknamed by Braaden. Shane and Braaden met playing Pee-wee baseball and then went to high school together at St. Joe's. Back in high school, Shane was always the one to rally up the troops for a fun night out, and he still continues to be the man with the plan for their group of friends. Shane is currently articling as a lawyer at MLT Aikens, and as mentioned, before Shane is here tonight with his fiancée, Kayla. Justin, AKA Gooey. Goo or Wayne? What is up with that, buddy? And And that's about that. Braaden and Justin grew up playing pre-novice hockey when they were just a bunch of youngins. They also went to high school together. They continued to play hockey and baseball together growing up through the years. Justin is the fearless leader of the quad gang. He is always willing to swamp his quad to find out how deep the water is. Justin is a journey person carpenter who is currently doing his own contractor work. Justin is here tonight with his girlfriend Nikki. Where are you? Kyle, aka Johnny Drama, 120 or Man Tracker. I will explain the Man Tracker. Braaden and Kyle met playing hockey and also went to elementary and high school together. Braaden and Kyle grew up skateboarding, biking, skating on the ODR, outdoor rink, I'm assuming, along with snowboarding on Kyle's back hill where Braaden picked up the scar on the back of his head. Can we see that, buddy? Right on. Kyle is always up to something in the outdoors, hence the nickname Man Tracker, whether it's quadding, fishing, or hunting. Kyle currently works as a journey person heavy-duty mechanic with Silverado Demolition and lives with his wife, Paige, out in the boonies. Warm. Paige? Colton. Still love you, buddy. Colton is the second of the three LaRock boys, the most fun to be around and the pride and joy of, hang on a second. Colton, really? I would expect that from Ryland. Let's do this again. Colton, aka Chubbs or Jobin. Braaden's first younger brother and one of his best men. Colton has been taking beatings from Braaden since '94 and is willing to showcase another one later tonight. As Colton grew up as the middle child, he was always competitive in everything he did and never liked to lose. He would also take on most of the responsibility role for Braaden when Mom and Dad were gone. Colton currently working out at Lanigan Mine as a geological engineering student. He is accompanied here this evening by his girlfriend Kelsey. Kelsey, where are you? Ryland, aka Ryland. Braaden's youngest brother and his other best man. Growing up, Ryland being the youngest and being a bit of size gap between him and Braaden, Ryland often tried to avoid altercations with his older brother. But unfortunately for Ryland, he was also on the wrong end of a couple whoopings. From Braaden over the years, Ryland was known as the social butterfly of the LaRock boys and can spark a conversation with just about anyone. Ryland is currently at Clark's Roofing here in Saskatoon, and Ryland is accompanied tonight by his parents.
Yeah. Or even just like there. Even just like there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming out for Ariel and Braaden's big day. I mean, just look at them. Look at how beautiful Ariel looks tonight. And Braaden, it's probably his best effort, so we'll give him some credit.
For you guys.
As mentioned earlier, I'm Colton. I'm the middle child, and this is Ryland. He's the younger child, and we're the better looking brothers, as you can tell. Many of you knew that we would be up here in front of you tonight, and you still showed up. So thank you, because we are nervous. More than anything though, we are honored to stand up in front of you and talk about our brother and our new sister.
Growing up with Braaden, we considered him a role model, almost like an older brother. Even with the guidance of our parents, he was always someone that we could look up to advice and try to emulate. Even through all the beatings that he gave us as children growing up, which was a lot. Like a lot. We knew that he did it with love and would always have our back with anything that we did. We've always had Braaden to look up to and aspire to be. He was a very skilled athlete, hockey, baseball, and he succeeded at everything he did when he tried. Which was give or take. He became a journeyman millwright, and a year ago he became, well, the journeyman, anyways. And so he's succeeded at that, working hard, and we know that he loves it, so we're very proud of him.
Looking back when we were writing this, we could remember the day that he asked us to stand up here with him, like it was yesterday. Our mom had just brought out a cake for no reason. We had nothing to celebrate. I don't know if it was just to make us fatter. As you can see, it's working a little bit. But as soon as she brought out the cake, Braaden got a nervous look on his face. And we knew right then that he had something important to ask us. And looking back now, I can only imagine how nervous he was the day he asked Ariel to marry him. Even though obviously, both days, the answer was a yes. I honestly think that he asked two of us up here today, thinking maybe one of us would get a little too drunk. But we made it.
When Ariel started coming around, she made an impact on her entire family's lives. She wanted to know about you and what you had going on in your life. You could tell how genuine and sincere she was. She always had great advice, and she was very easy to talk to. At first, she was just a sweet, innocent girl, but we have come to recognize she's a bit of a wild child. Who is not afraid to rock out to some Taylor Swift or Thunderstruck. Girl's got range. We were surprised that her brother was able to find someone as amazing as Ariel is, and couldn't imagine a better match for our brother. She brings out the best in him, and that makes us very happy.
Anyone that has been around these two for even a second knows how strong their connection is. And it's pretty obvious for a long time coming that they're going to have a life full of love forever. I've seen them do things together that I never thought I would. Ariel bringing out her redneck side and going mudding, and Braaden putting on face masks for whatever the reason was. It's been a blessing to see how Ariel and Braaden have grown together, and I know Rylan are excited to be a part of it for the rest of your lives. If for not for anything else, then to brainwash your kids as Red Wings fans. Let's go Detroit.
Not happening.
All right. If everyone could raise their glasses for a toast to the bride and the groom. To the happy couple, to many years of happiness. We wish you nothing but the best, and know that we are just one phone call away.
So I actually just wanted to preface this speech that even though I'm drinking this wine, I'm actually allergic to it. So if my voice gets a little bit shaky or you might think that I'm crying, I'm not, it's just allergies. Anyway, good evening everyone. and welcome to the best day of my life. My name is Joelle, and I'm the maid of honor and little sister of the bride. I've known Ariel my entire life, so you could say we go way back. Everyone tends to refer to me as the wild one, so my plan was to come up here and restore my image a little bit and shine a little light on our little angel, Ariel. Are you nervous? However, she begged me over and over again not to embarrass her and continued to remind me that it was a toast to the bride, not a roast of the bride. It was then also kindly brought to my attention, thank you Mom, that I'm actually not married. So Ariel's gonna be in my shoes one day saying a speech, and revenge and retaliation are quite real. So with that being said, Ariel is perfect, flawless, and actually has never done anything embarrassing in her entire life. There are no weird dance videos, no videos of her juggling oranges. She's never been kicked out of any bars. And there's this one video that doesn't exist, and I don't have it on my phone to show you guys later, of her breaking a vase. Quality content. Kidding aside, I really am the luckiest to have grown up with Ariel by my side as my best friend. There are not any words to describe how much love I have for her or how much she means to me. I am who I am today because I had Ariel to look up to my whole life. Since I'm the baby of the family, Ariel was naturally protective over me since we were little. When I was in kindergarten, there was a situation that involved some kid pinning me down and choking me at recess. It was a huge ordeal, with my mom being called to the school and plenty of tears from yours truly. I remember this like it was yesterday, but at the next recess, my big sister, who was 6 at the time, grabbed my hand and marched us right up to the culprit. She got up in his face and said, "My cousin is in grade 8, so touch my sister again and I'll send her after you." So shout out to my cousin Kayla. Thanks to both Kayla and Ariel, that demon child left me alone. Since we are only 15 months apart, that protective trait definitely went both ways. And I'm trying to word this in a way that doesn't make me sound like a complete psycho, but I've been next level protective over you. Yeah. I can honestly say with confidence that her heart is safe in Braaden's hands. The way they look at each other is so special. And if you know Ariel, you know she worries a lot, and he calms her in a way that proves that they are forever and true loves. Looking at them together makes my heart melt. There really aren't two more deserving people to be joined together. So speaking of the groom, he's kind of the best. He's everything we could have ever dreamed for and more for Ariel. He's kind, he's patient, and he always gives Ariel the cheesiest chip when they're eating nachos. And actually one time saved me the best bite of his cinnamon bun. Ariel and I were lucky enough to have the best parents in the game who showered us with so much love. Dan the man set one hell of an example of how women, or as he would call us, princesses, should be treated. And to be quite honest, I wasn't sure if anyone was going to measure up to the standard he set until Braaden came along. Allergies. Ariel, I truly feel that Braaden was sent to you by an angel, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we have a very special angel watching over us who would be so proud of you. And Braaden, he would really like you too. Google told me I'm supposed to tell you about the first time Ariel told me about Braaden. But if you didn't already catch on, we're inseparable, so I was obviously there. Instead, I'll tell you about when I realized Braaden was the one for her. It was before any serious I love yous or any serious long-term talks. Ariel was particularly grumpy one random day, which was actually weird because I'm actually usually the grumpy one. But anyway, she was supposed to be hanging out with her new boo, and I told her to give him a little bit of a heads up. At this point, I started to like having Braaden around, and I didn't want her to mess it up. So later, the doorbell rings, and here Braaden was, standing with his hands behind his back, clearly holding something. And so if you've seen any romantic movies, you know what to expect. Flowers, right? No, he pulled out guacamole from La Bamba. And if you know Ariel, you know Mexican food and cheese are the ways to her heart. I remember thinking to myself, holy shit, this is the guy Ariel's gonna marry. Now is the time that people usually give advice, but you guys are the ones getting married, and I'm single, so maybe give me some advice. I may not know much about marriage, but I have heard this phrase thrown around a time or two, so Braaden, listen up. Happy wife, happy life. So, here is a La Bamba gift card to use in case of emergencies. Let's raise a glass to the couple of the year. Braaden, I am so excited to finally be able to call you my big brother, although you have felt like a brother to me long before today. And even when you're being really annoying, I still really love you. Ariel, you are the macaroni to my cheese, the Betty to my Veronica, the Kendall to my Kylie. Most importantly, you're my best friend. I love you beyond words. Now cheers to the most stunningly beautiful human, inside and out, my sister, Ariel. And I'm gonna let you finish, but my sister's the most beautiful bride of all time.
Well, thanks, Darrell. That was quite the act to follow.
Yeah, I'd like to thank
I
you
think
all.
we got you.
I was nervous before, now it's going to be worse. I am definitely further out of my comfort zone than ever before. My Red Wings are closer to the playoffs than I am to my comfort zone.
Well, finally, this amazing day is here. Time went by so fast. When something this exciting is going to happen, really time flies, but so special.
Today is such a wonderful day. Our son Braaden is marrying the girl of his dreams, and Shannon and I are getting our first little girl.
Ariel isn't a little girl anymore. She is a confident, beautiful young woman that Sheldon and I love, like she was our own daughter. And she is our daughter now.
Shannon and I never knew Ariel as she was as a little girl on her way to becoming a wonderful young lady. So we'd like to thank Dan and Audrey for doing such a spectacular job and raising Ariel.
Yes.
So for Ariel's stagette, Joel had asked us to write on a card what we loved most about Ariel. I wrote that Ariel was a priceless diamond. And like a diamond, Ariel is the most precious gem in the world. Oh, and sorry. I'm supposed to alternate. I'm double dipping here. And our family is just the most blessed to have you joining us. We love you.
We have looked forward to this day from just about the moment we met Ariel. We have loved you from the beginning and are so very proud to have you as our daughter-in-law. We We have pages and pages.
So we have a few things that we'd like to give Ariel to welcome her to the family and also to help her.
Vanna is grabbing the contents. So we have a keepsake box for some of her things that we'd like to give her.
So as you already know, when the extended family gets together, we like to play some crib. So we got you some cards and crib boards.
Somewhere. So Ariel, growing up with 3 boys, all playing hockey, I don't know that we ever warned you, although I think I did, about having a hockey player in your house. And I think I actually said, thank God you get the hockey equipment because it stinks. So hockey equipment smells awful, so we got you some Febreze, Vanna, some nose plugs when you have to actually go buy it because it is awful, and a long handle grabber. Because even if you touch that hockey equipment, the smell stays with you forever. Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what this one is.
Hey. Whoa, wait a minute. What is this one? What? How did this get in there? Someone must want to be a baba. So when Braaden was growing up, he wasn't the most motivated. Sorry, son. But, like, it's true. But when it came to helping, he wasn't most motivated when it came to helping out with household chores.
So I come up with a plan. When Braaden was growing up, his coaches would always say how good he listened, how hard he worked. So to help Ariel, I come up with this new plan.
Why did you put it on the bags?
So anyways, here's your honey to-do list, a coach's board, and a whistle. Hey.
We heard he listens really well to that because he didn't listen to me. All right, so although the next gift may seem like not that exciting, it is for Ariel. Everyone can use a calendar, and we know how much you like Taylor Swift.
Okay, last one. Ariel, you're the rock. And now you need a proper hockey jersey. So I struggled with the number. I thought of 19, 20, like 19 for 2019, but then everybody would just think Steve Yzerman. So then I thought February 2nd, 2-2. But every time I tried to figure out how I could make it look like 2-2, it comes out as 22. So with some thought, I come up, why I never thought of it first. I had to get your favorite hockey player of all time. So if those don't know, it's Bunny LaRock jersey.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Woo! Best gift ever. That's my girl.
That's my girl now.
I'll share.
My girl, we're gonna share. We're gonna share. So much for being here.
Let's go, ladies. Let's go.
Welcome to our family.
Good evening, family and friends. On behalf of Audrey and I, we would like to welcome you all and thank you for coming to this very special occasion to celebrate the marriage of our daughter, Ariel, to Braaden.
Well, this couldn't be more appropriate since Sheldon and Shannon started off perfectly. To welcome Braaden to our family, we have to officially welcome. So does anybody know Braaden's birthday? Yes. Does anybody know who else was born that day?
Yes.
Bunny LaRock. He played for the Montreal Canadiens. So from start, Braaden was meant to be a Montreal Canadiens fan. And we didn't give you that name. So we do have a little gift for you. Mr. LaRock. This was not planned, everybody. Do you notice that Braaden's is spelled correctly? Because the LaRock family actually originally had a C in it, and somebody forgot it around the way, and that was told to me by his Uncle Bernie. So he actually was true. Yeah, Braaden! Braaden, you've never looked so good.
There's an old African proverb that says it takes a village to raise a child. And as parents, we intentionally surround our children during their life with those village people. We put them in situations where people can mentor them, love them, and encourage them to be able to establish relationships that we help grow. As I look around this room, I see 200 village members that have been doing that for Ariel and Braaden their entire life. So thank you for being here on their behalf on their special day.
Braaden has brought so much to our family. I've got allergies. That's my joke. A brother for Joelle, a son for us, and now a husband for Ariel. We love him so much and are so proud of the man that he is, and we thank God for answering our prayers, for bringing us the perfect person for our baby girl. Thank you, Braaden.
I will never forget the day Ariel told me she was going on a date with Braaden. It was a Saturday night. Our house was full of people. We were celebrating Audrey's mom's birthday. I just got home from work and I rushed upstairs to change out of my suit into something more casual. Minutes later, I'm coming down the stairs and Ariel stops me halfway down the stairs and says, "Dad, I need to tell you something." I said, "What?" Like, hurry. "Dad, I'm going on a date." I said, "What? Who with who?" And she says, "Braaden LaRock." I said protectively, I go, "Who's that?" And she says, "Ariel, you know him. He's friends with Dylan Rook." After that, I said, all I said was, "Well, why did you choose now to tell me when we have a house full of people that you're going on, that you want to do this?" She says in a sweet voice, "I just wanted you to know." FYI, my girls know how protective I get when the word boy comes into my house. Braaden, we are so proud to call you our son. Thank you for becoming Thank you for becoming everything great in a son that we could ever imagine and hope for. We could not have picked someone more perfect than you. I tell everybody this every time someone asks about you and they say, "What do you think of your son-in-law?" I said, "I just totally adore him." It melts my heart to see the joy, the happiness, and the love that Ariel radiates from you. You make her so happy. Thank you. When children find love, parents find true joy. Braaden, as it's really just a formality, because you've been in our family for years, Audrey, Joelle, and I welcome you to this with open arms to the Cote family. You are a pleasure to have around, and I have to say, I love you. I love having another male voice in the family. Braaden, we love you like one of our own. We are blessed. We are blessed with, Audrey and I were blessed with Ariel and Joelle 24 and 23 years ago, and now God has blessed us with you. To describe Braaden would be as follows. He's honorable, good listener, calm, hardworking, athletic, and is going to be a great husband to our daughter, my girl, Ariel. And I did say my girl. Thanks, Sheldon and Shannon, for raising an amazing son. You have done an amazing job, and thank you so much. And I happen to know that the one LaRock boy, one of the youngest LaRock boys, is single, and my daughter's single, and I'm just saying. Braaden, you are getting a girl with a golden heart, thoughtful to everyone she meets, a caring and loving, beautiful girl. Ariel and Braaden, I wish you health, wealth, and prosperity. Audrey, Joelle, and I are ecstatic for our future together. And once again, welcome to our family. We love you infinitely.
We were a family of 4, and now we're the Fab 5.
So, let's have an epic night and rock this place like the LaRock name. Let's rock this hall. Have fun. Have fun. Get home safe, and thank you.
Okay, so we'd just like to start out and thank everyone who has come today to celebrate our special day and make it even more special than it already was. We are truly humbled by the show of love and support that we have received from our family and friends, not just today, but also over the last several months since our engagement. So many of you have helped with various aspects of planning. We would also like to thank everyone who traveled to celebrate with us today. Braaden and I wanted to personally introduce our ring security and flower girl. So, ring security, can you please stand up? Brady Kolobaba. So, Brady is a hockey player. He also does stuff on the Xbox, which I don't know about other than Fortnite, and uses some gift cards that we're also not sure what they do, but he says he can buy stuff with them. And our beautiful flower girl, Bella. Bella is a fantastic gymnast. I've gone to watch her before and she kills it. She's the top of her class, and she also likes to play in her room with her makeup, her dolls, her LOL dolls. So give it up for our ring security and flower girl. We wanted to thank Father David today for joining our hands in marriage and being part of our special day.
To our amazing wedding party, thank you for all the time, effort, and hard work you have done to help bring this day together through all the planning and decorating. Thank you to our MCs, Uncle Bernie and Auntie Sheila. We knew how well you guys would do, and you continue to do that. Thank you to everyone who has helped us decorate, all our friends and family. Made this venue look even more beautiful than it already is.
We'd like to thank our moms, baba, aunties, and cousins who dedicated a weekend in November to pinching pierogies and rolling cabbage rolls. We wanted to thank Neil for his expertise in decorating and pretty much anything wedding related. We have actually set his cards on every table. He had a lot to do with everything in this room. And then even today, he had a lot to do with everything, the bouquets, everything. We'd like to thank our readers at church today, Auntie Darlene, Valerie, and Teresa. You guys did a beautiful job. We want to thank our cousin Kayla, who is in the back there. She's going to be doing the slideshow. We wanted to thank Uncle Brian for the beautiful grace that he did today. We want to thank Jordan and Jill, our cousins, for being the ushers and making sure that everyone got a program and seated. We wanted to thank Kiana and Madison for holding up the guest book table and doing a great job over there. We feel so lucky and grateful to have our grandparents here tonight. So when we call your name, can you please stand up and stay standing? Gamaman Gapapa Kote, please stand up. Baba Dimitru, please stand up.
Grandpa and Grandma Zoller, please stand up. Grandpa and Grandma LaRock as well, please stand up.
And please stay standing. Also my Gita, who is my angel in heaven, and I know he's not here physically with us today, but he's been here since the beginning of the day with me. So we figured it was also our grandparents' turn.
I'd like to thank my wonderful brothers. Over the years of whooping them into shape, they've turned into quite the young men. Thank you guys for everything you've done involved with the planning and the engagement of our wedding day. Thank you.
Joelle, we cannot ask for a better sister. Thank you for being one step ahead of everything, which includes being one step ahead before we're even engaged. I don't know what I would do without you, and you did a great job with your toast.
We'd like to thank our parents, Mom, Dad, Dan and Audrey, for the endless support over the years. We appreciate everything you've done for us, and words cannot explain how grateful we are for you raising us and guiding us to be the people we are today. I'd also like to send special thanks to my wife here. We've had a plan and everything to go with this wedding, to make everyone's lives easy. And we're just really looking forward to celebrating tonight and celebrating our wedding. Let's have some fun. If you need her, she'll be on the dance floor. The one in the big white dress.
Thank you.